Have you ever felt the accusation of being a control freak? Maybe you've accused yourself of being a control freak. Is there something that feels insecure sometimes when you don't know what's going on? Let's explore control. So often in our businesses, we feel responsible for everything that's going on. And we can feel that constant weight on our shoulders of everything that everybody does. This can paralyze us as leaders. And we're going to explore that a little bit in this video. What is it that causes us to feel the need to control? And what is the impact on our people when that is the intention that they're picking up on? And I want to just quote a wonderful sales training expert that I once heard. And he said this. He said, you cannot not communicate intent. You cannot not communicate intent. So if your intention deep inside is control, you will communicate it even if you say the opposite. You will still communicate it. And so what is happening in our businesses? So our theme this month is release. And in many ways, control and being a control freak is the opposite of releasing our people. And as we are running our businesses or parenting, whatever our leadership role is, we find that this sort of spirit of control is actually what's holding us back and what's actually holding our leadership back. And the real liberty comes when we can prepare our people to release them without feeling the loss of control. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to explore this in detail. In 2 weeks' time, we have our next intelligence update, and I'm going to talk more about this in the next few videos. But in the meantime, I just want to explain that there are some things we can do to prepare our people for us to be able to release them, for us to be able to fly. What about for ourselves as well? Maybe it starts with us, that we're over-controlling of self and we haven't allowed ourselves to be released to fly. So our quote this week comes from Goldie Hawn, and I find this quote absolutely fascinating. Goldie Hawn says the following: if we can just let go and trust that things will work out the way they're supposed to without trying to control the outcome, then we can begin to enjoy the moment more fully. And she then adds, the joy of the freedom it brings becomes more pleasurable than the experience itself. Interesting quote from Goldie Hawn. And really what we're discovering is that sometimes this need to control is actually stifling us as leaders, as any influencers. And specifically, what it's doing is it's putting us into a constrained place where we can't follow our intuition. We don't feel being present. We aren't at liberty to lead in ways like quantum leadership, leadership in the new science. We're not able to lead that way when we are so constrained because we can't let go and we can't trust. Now, I'm not talking about blindly letting go and trust, but it starts with ourselves. Can we trust our own intuition? Can we release ourselves, liberated into the fullness of our leadership? We're going to keep exploring this theme, but where are you at? Do you find yourself feeling constrained, or do you find yourself able to let go? Do you find yourself unable to trust, or are you able to trust? Have you prepared your people to function independently, or are they still dependent on you for all the decisions? These things are stifling our businesses, stifling our leadership, stifling our legacy, because the more we control, the less we lead. The more we do, the less we lead. The more we hold on, the less we get our people set up to fly.